They separate. I was 38 high.
Right.
38 high. And I said, wait a minute.
I know that's right.
Now, you asked me to come somewhere that I didn't say I wanted to come here.
Right.
You said you wanted to talk, and you said you want. They said, well, you should have asked. Okay. You see what I'm saying? You be assuming stuff, and that's not what people say.
Right.
I say, but you showed me the real you, though. I got this. You showed me the real you, and that's what God showed me. That's what you get for assuming. You assuming that they were gonna pay for it, and they didn't tell you. They just told you to come. I said that because I wouldn't have ordered nothing.
I know that's right.
You know, because I'm sitting up and didn't bring it. Yeah, it was my fault, but I'm just saying, we're assuming stuff about people. We're assuming stuff about God. Well, I come to church, and you assuming God gonna bless you. But when you get in that Bible, he didn't just say, if you just come to church, I'm gonna bless you. You see how we're assuming? And then we're getting mad because we didn't take enough time to get to know him to say, well, because when you turn to Deuteronomy, matter of fact, let's go there. Deuteronomy 18. Let's see. We sitting up here mad. Mad at the Lord. So let's look at Deuteronomy 28, I'm sorry. 28. Now when you look at Deuteronomy 28, listen what he say. I'm going to read it slow. I want you to listen. He say, if, that means you got to choose, right? If you will listen diligently to the voice of the Lord your God. How is the voice of the God? You going to hear it through the preacher or you going to hear it through reading the word? He said, being watchful to do all his commands, which I command you this day. So in other words, he's saying he expecting us to do these commands. Then the blessings going to follow, right? Is that what your Bible say? He say, verse 2, all these blessings shall come upon you and overtake you if, underline if you heed the voice of the Lord your God. In other words, he said, if you obey the Lord your God. What does obey mean? If you do it. He said, you will be blessed in the city, blessed in the country. The fruit of your womb will be blessed. The crops of your land will be blessed. The young of your livestock, the calves of your herd, the lambs of your flocks, your basket, and your kneading trough will be blessed. You will be blessed when you come in, blessed when you come out. The Lord will grant that the enemies who rise up against you will be defeated before you. They will come at you one direction, but they will flee from you in seven. The Lord will send a blessing on your barns and on everything you put your hand to. The Lord your God will bless you in the land he is giving you. The Lord will establish you as a holy people, as he promised an oath to you. If you keep his commands. You know how we say, I'm blessed in the city, I'm blessed in the field. He's saying, but you got to keep his command. Now let's jump to verse 15. However, that means if you do not keep his command, if you do not do what the word say do, if you do not obey the Lord your God and do not carefully follow all his commands and decrees I am giving you today, all these curses will come upon you and overtake you. You will be cursed in the city. You will be cursed in the country. Your basket and your kneading trough will be cursed. In other words, your money will be cursed. The fruit of your womb will be cursed. You will not be able to have babies. And the crops of your land and the calves of your herds and the lambs of your flock. That means your business will be cursed. The Lord will send on you curses confusions, and rebuke in everything you put your hand to until you are destroyed and come into sudden ruin because of the evil you have done and forsaken him. The Lord will plague you with diseases. So in other words, he'll allow you to be sick because you did not obey. Until he has destroyed you from the land you are entering. The Lord will strike you with a wasting disease, with fever, with inflammation, with scorching heat, and a drought with blot and mildew which will plague you until you perish. The sky over your head will be bronze. In other words, you'll be praying and you will not get your prayers answered. Now you see, they ain't told her that. What was the first thing he said? If. And that's why you got to get in the Word and you got to get to know him so he can show you how to re-image yourself and you can have a new name. Let's turn to 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter. Say my work's going to be tried. So in other words, you said that you was a child of God, right? You said, I love the Lord. You said that I'm going to serve him with all the days of my life. You said because I love it. So when you look at 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter, let's look at verse 9. He say, for we are God's fellow workers. You are God's field, God's building. So you are God's building that he lives in. But the grace of God has given you, I lay a foundation as an expert builder, and someone else is building on it. But each person should be careful how he builds, for no one can lay any foundation other than the one already laid, which is Jesus Christ. If any man builds on this foundation using gold, silver, costly stones, wood, hay, or straw, his work will be shown for what it is, because the day will bring it to light. It will be revealed with fire. So in other words, he said, I'm going to let trouble come. And the fire will what? Test the quality of each man's work.